Hello everybody, Brad Johnson here, and welcome to another episode of Light Circuitry Weekly. And in this episode we're going to be looking into a very fascinating circuit, and this light circuit is going to be all about Astral Implant Deactivation. Now, as of late, I've had quite a few people that have done sessions with me, and they have complained about feeling these particular types of astral implants that are within their body. And I have also done a video in the past as well relating to astral implants, and Adronis has also talked about it also. So what this light circuit is going to entail is not only are we using the light circuit, but we're also going to use a couple of procedures that Adronis has also spoken of previously. So our intention here is to work in completely deactivating any particular form of astral implant that we may feel comes to us intuitively. Now, being able to detect it does require intuition, does require maybe, again, a good sense of clairvoyance, or again, claircognizance. You're basically just scanning the body, and if you're feeling that there's an area that there may be a source pressure or source pain, often this can relate to the idea of people who are going through very intense emotional situations, or they may actually feel physical pain. They may go to the doctor and the doctor says there's nothing there, there's nothing wrong. Usually this can connotate to the idea of an astral implant. So once you felt that you have detected that particular source where the pain lies, right? Some people can have it contained in the brain, some of it can have it around the back of the neck, around the spine, sometimes it can even be in organs as well too. Sometimes it can actually be in our aura field as well too. But once we discover it, our intention is being able to deactivate that implant. Now these type of implants that I'm talking about are not physical, right? They're not like a little piece of metal or anything of that nature. They are astrally created. So for people in that sense who are able to be very sensitive to energies, sensitive to the astral plane, they can look within themselves and they may find that there are like codes, or again, small forms of technology, implants, that they may find within their body. Now again, some astral implants can vary depending upon their complexity. But basically what this is helping to do is alleviate many of the common astral implants that may attempt to feed off emotions, or basically again creating personal forms of barriers or violations within ourselves. Now of course in previous videos I've also talked about using this symbol, okay? And that is intervention. Okay, so we see this triangle with a large slash over it, and that represents the symbol for the intervention fleets. Now at times, again, the intervention fleets can come in, they can run a scan on you, and they can detect these particular forms of astral implants, and they can remove them. But they do it very quietly, very hush-hush, very much behind the scenes. So if you feel that what we're creating here today still doesn't feel like it's enough, then again, look into creating this symbol, right? You can just do it with your hands here. Just creating that triangle here like this, and then like a slash. Or again, just visualizing a symbol like that. And just calling out to intervention, just saying, intervention fleets, I require help. I want to remove any of these implants that I feel may be within my body. Okay? So again, it all depends upon how we feel. Like I said, if there's a very strong, intense wave of heavy emotional issues, then again, a lot of that can be astrally implant related. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and create the Astral Implant Deactivation circuit now. Okay. So this is basically representing the astral implant in question. And we're basically honing in our energies here. And these energies are going to represent strong waves. So we could basically look at these lines as life force energy. Okay, and we basically have a construct here, like a square, that's containing this particular implant that's running together through our flow of time. Okay, so there's two ways that we can actually deal with this implant through light circuitry. Again, we are putting the life force energy directly towards that implant, and we're basically short-circuiting it. Pure chi, an intensity of pure chi will actually help to deactivate that astral implant. So that would be the first idea. Now the second version that you could try as well too, which I'll just put number 2 down here. All we really have to change is the direction of the spiral. Okay? So rather than moving it clockwise, we're going to move it counterclockwise. Okay? And this again, we just put that counterclockwise spiral together in here. And so we're basically feeling the connection to the ethers. We're connecting to the immaterial plane. And what this too is also doing is helping to disrupt that circuit. So what we would do is we would just erase that, put in the counterclockwise spiral, and we can put it that way as well too. So that's the second option. Okay, so the first option, try this. Second option, you feel you need to do a little bit more work, replace the clockwise spiral with the counterclockwise spiral, and you can put that in. Okay, so these are the two choices of the light circuit, Astral Implant Deactivation. So what we're going to do now is we're going to look into a simple focus-based, intention-based meditation, where it's meditative, but we're focusing our energy. And what we're going to do is let me just make sure I have enough room so you guys can see me on camera. We're going to summon down a golden orb of light. Okay, so just imagining now, we're closing our eyes, and we're feeling this golden light, this golden ball of light just coming down from heaven. And it's just resting about 2 to 3 feet above our heads. Okay? And what we're doing now is we're just imagining that our crown chakra is opening up. Now, for those of you who need a little help in finding an easy way to open up your crown chakra, contract your rectal muscle as you breathe in. Feel that oxygen going right to the top of the head. Once you feel it's at the top of the head, release the rectal muscle and imagine like an open fan, an open funnel is opening up. Okay? So contract the rectal muscle as you inhale to the top of your head. Exhale. Feel that fan, that funnel of energy opening up as you release the rectal muscle and you breathe out. Okay? So now we're going to imagine that golden ball of light is now starting to put energy into the crown chakra here. And it feels like there are veins, what we would also refer to as the nadis, that are coming into our arms here. Okay? And so what we're doing, let's say for example that I found an astral implant right in the center of my chest. So what I'm going to do is I'm just, again, opening up my hands. I'm receiving that energy. And then I'm just taking my right hand and my index and my middle finger. Okay? And I'm pointing it directly at the center of my chest where I feel the implant is. And I'm just imagining as if I'm firing a golden laser beam. Okay? I'm firing that golden laser beam directly into the astral implant. And I'm just intensifying that energy as I take a deep breath in, deep breath out. So it's like you're inhaling, you're charging the energy with pure light, pure love. Exhale, and that beam is just firing that charge, and it's going directly into the astral implant. Now what you want to do is you want to keep the 2 fingers there in the area where you feel the astral implant is until you feel like a heat is contained inside the chest. What you're basically doing is you're burning the implant up. Okay? So you feel a very, very intense heat. So you may keep it there for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, etc. You're doing it there until you feel energetically that there's a very strong heat happening. Okay? Once you feel that strong heat where it almost becomes uncomfortable to hold, then you can release. Okay? So what you want to do firstly is you want to just get used to running the energy, running the golden energy through you. So as you feel it coming into your body, as you feel it coming into your hands, just keep your hands again out, folded out like this. And it's like you're just imagining that there's a sheath of golden energy running through your hands. Okay, so you're warming it up. You're running this energy through. And once you feel like a tingling sensation, a warmth in that particular way, something that gives you an indication that your hands may be buzzing, the golden energy is running through there. Very good. So again, we're just keeping one hand dormant, and then we're turning the other one into like a laser gun here, right? And then we turn it towards the implant, and we fire. Well, Brad, what happens if I have one that's, say, in the middle of my back, and it's really hard to reach? And what you want to do is you want to just enter it from the front. Okay, so if you're feeling it's in the lower part of your back, maybe right about down here, and it may be hard to reach, trying to use that posture, you go to the front. Okay, and just imagine that that beam is going through your abdomen, and then just going right into the back where you feel where it's connected. Okay, and so what you can do as well is, as you have this hand here, you can take this hand and just put it around the area where you feel it is. Okay, and so it's that laser pistol posture we're doing is now firing, and our other hand is just against the back like this. Okay, so we're just putting our two knuckles in the back where we feel that astral implant is. We're opening fire on it, and again we're making it as hot as we can until we feel it starts to get a little uncomfortable. Then we stop. Okay, so that's what you want to do. You want to have that intention where you're feeling an intense heat. Okay, and you're telling that beam this as well too. You're saying, keep doing this until I feel a really intense heat. Once you feel that really intense heat, then you can certainly stop. Okay, so that is the other alternative that you can use also with the astral implant deactivation light circuit. So the second option we can do is, if we don't want to use the laser pistol posture here, we can create what's known as the pentacle. Okay, the 5-pointed star contained inside a circle. So we're just imagining the pentacle in the center of our hands, and it's being warmed up with this golden light, right? We're basically branding it. As we brand it like a branding iron, we now put it into the area of the body, and we're just feeling like that seal is going directly into the area where we feel the implant is. And again, we're making it hotter and hotter and hotter. And we continue to heat it up, and when it gets to that point, we basically just say either stop or cool down. Okay, and then that pentacle will completely cool down and will help to burn up that particular astral implant in question. Okay, so I basically would recommend the laser pistol posture, right? But if you want to use the pentacle stigmata, you certainly can as well. All right, so thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Light Circuitry Weekly. I'm looking forward to the next episode coming here next week, and I really appreciate you tuning in, and I look forward to speaking to you all again in another perspective of the now. Namaste, and may it be well with you. Goodbye.